Hello, I'd like to welcome everyone here to our webinar today, and today's subject we're going to talk about today is posting through our total social media post and leap system through individual channels, through separate categories, and how flexible it is and some uniquenesses with it on how you can utilize it with some great power, some things you have to really pay attention to from your side because of the power that you have on things that you need to look at in order to utilize that power. And again, this should be a really great webinar for you to be able to really look and see how you can utilize this system. Again, for the ultimate and flexibility to be able to look at all the different types of postings for all the different businesses in all the different categories that you might have. To start off with, if you're looking here at my screen right now, what I want you to pay attention to is all the different categories that you're seeing right here. What I'm able to do is if I go back to the main home page, how I got to this page here is by clicking on the different industries. And one of the uniquenesses with our total social media system is the uniqueness of having all the different industries. And these different industries are segregated because we pre-write content in our post and leap system for each one of these individual industries. The really great thing is that you can basically pull down in each one of these individual libraries, in each one of these industries. You can pull down these libraries. Once I go into one of these specific industries, I can basically import these libraries and I can post to many different business entities at the same time, but I can run these campaigns separately within each industry. And let me show you how that's basically done here and why this is so important. So if I come in here and I basically pick general as an example, and I click the Facebook icon, if I come over here that I've got, and I come over here to engage, and I look at the auto post admin view. When I'm in here and I look at the auto post admin view, you'll notice that you look under ABC company, under this test account that I'm under here right now. You'll notice that basically the status is basically set to on. So when you basically look at the status is basically set to on, and you basically will look at your basically viewing of your individual auto post. I have basically with this general category, I'm utilizing this general category to come in here and to basically auto post to this ABC company. But I could also basically take individual posts in this general category and I could basically send it to car company, demo page, any of these individual pages I have here. I could come in here and could basically take individual content under the general category and send it to this page. Now what's very important for you to basically realize is that within this specific category, because the total social media system is looking at this category and the content within this category as its own specific group, you have to be careful as to when you're writing content and when you're turning on a specific company, that you turn it on only within one specific category. So as an example, I don't want to start pre-writing content and turn it on within the general category for ABC company and then go into the florist group and then start writing custom content for ABC company in the florist group and also turn it on there. What that will create is actually duplicate content. And let me show you what I would actually see if I went in and logged in under a different category and then went into this automatic overview here to be able to show you the admin view. So if I go back to home here, and if I go into the florist category here, and I click on the Facebook icon, coming back in here into the engage, coming in here to the auto post, you'll notice that the ABC company for this particular portion is shut off. So that's why it's very important for you to realize that if you are looking at your particular business page and you say, well, why am I getting duplicate posts? I'm getting 2 posts to my business page and I don't want 2 posts to go to my account. One thing that you want to look at is that you probably end up having in 2 separate categories have the same business page turned on in 2 individual categories. So what you need to do is you need to go through the different categories that you normally work in and make sure that you only have one business page turned on throughout all the different categories that you work with. Make sure that only one business page is turned on, because what will happen, as I just mentioned, is if I have ABC turned on in the general category and I have it turned on in florist, it will post once a day in florist and then once a day in general, and that will create duplicate posts for that specific business page, and I don't want that. That I have. So you need to be very, very, very careful. But the power of this that I've got is that now I can go in and I can create and can import different content that I have and still have access to all my individual pages, and can create content, and I can pull down from each individual library, and I can manage each one of these individual posts independently. And you have to remember that with the latest update in our post and leap system, which took quite a bit of time to program, but this is a very, very powerful update for everybody, because now you can come and you can manage each one of these individual posts and each one of these individual sites independently. And it's just really, really a great way to come in and to be able to manage as a social media admin or a specialist, or if I'm somebody who's selling my services and I'm a management company going in and posting for different companies. This is a really great way to basically come in and very easily be able to manage the content for those companies by being able to come in here and being able to set the individual content, and then again being able to come in and go back to the main category, and then being able to make sure I'm in the right category. But again, please make sure that whatever company that you're working with, make sure you go into that company first, go into their category and start writing content within their specific category first. Because you don't just want to write it within general. If it's a florist, start within the florist category first that you have, and start in there and start writing the specific content, even if you're going to do it custom, because maybe you want to use some of the library or import that library later that you have at a later date and import that. This could be very, very, very important for you to be able to take that individual content. We just recently made a update to a few specific categories with some brand new content. So even if you don't want to use some of the content now, with some updates in the future that we might be utilizing the content, you might want to do that in the future. So you want to make sure you're in the right category to begin with when you're turning on that post and leap and you're utilizing it. Having said that, that ends this webinar for today. I hope you're able to get some utilization as to some understanding as to why you need to pay attention as to which category you're in, how powerful it can be with our total social media system, where you can have separate individual channels for each one of your content posting systems, where you can actually pull down from our libraries and you can post to them. And again, just really being able to have the flexibility of being able to post to multiple categories and multiple businesses all at the same time, all within different categories. It's just a fantastic system. So I want to really invite you to go out, play around with it a little bit, and again, really get into maybe writing some of your own content. It's fun, and again, hope you're able to have a good time. And thank you so much for being able to be in this webinar. Talk to you soon. Thanks.